I'm sure you guys know about the Los Angeles fires. So we'll be talking about these fires. We'll talk about how it started and try to find possible solutions to the fires. Let's hop right in.
All right. So, um, there are wildfires. So, what are wildfires to start with?
Wildfires are fires that burn la- large portions of land. They are wild, meaning that they can't be contained. They just burn.
Okay, so they are wild because they are not. When we set fire to something, we expect that after a few minutes we should be able to just pour some water and then it stops burning. So they are wild because they are no longer under control. Okay, that makes sense. How do those wildfires start? Because in my mind, I'll be wondering, wildfires, the fires just start on their own, or is there something that causes it?
There are a few phenomena that could start wildfires. Number one, when lightning hits the ground, it can start a fire. When um electric lines, when they spark, it could start a fire. Those are some things that could start fires.
What are human activity?
Yeah, human activities could start fires. Arsonists,
Yeah.
they could start fires. The wind, the wind blows some embers and it just starts fires.
Okay. So that makes sense. So now, what is special about Los Angeles, California? Why is this the first time they're experiencing those fires, and what is special about this particular fire?
No, this is not the first time they are experiencing types of fires like this. But one of the things special about these fires is that there are 5 of them burning simultaneously.
Okay.
And the biggest of them is the one in the Paradise.
Palisades.
The Palisades. Yes, the Palisades. When they started, about 20 minutes after, it had already grown to about let's say 20. It had burnt about 20 acres of land. So another thing about these fires is that the Santa Ana winds, once they blow, they sometimes reduce the moisture in trees, grasses, making more ladder fuels. Ladder fuels are like dry trees, dry grass. Once fire hits the fire, the rate that the fire is increasing, it becomes higher. So the fire is more devastating.
Continue. Do you have any other things to say regarding the fires?
One thing about these fires is that it is the combination of dry land,
Okay.
the suns and very fast winds, and lack of water. So this creates a very devastating fire circumstance.
Okay. So, you talked about the Santa Ana winds. What are these winds?
These winds, they are like events that the wind can come to about 120 miles per hour.
So they are very fast winds and they are dry.
Yes.
Is this not supposed to be rainy season in California?
Yes, that's one very controversial situation. This is supposed to be rainy season, but we don't know. But some changes happened in what is supposed to be called the rainy season. They had little or no rain, especially in the southern part of California. So 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 the so something like drought has struck the land. So the land is dry because they didn't have enough water.
Right, that's okay. So yeah, so they didn't have it because it's supposed to be, because I was reading somewhere that's supposed to even be their raining season right now. They hardly had any rain towards the end of last year, and now still no rain. So okay, now what made these fires very bad? This particular one in California.
This particular fire was very bad because, number one, when the fire started, it was supposed to burn out on its own.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the Santa Ana wind struck, carrying the embers, causing an ember tornado.
Okay.
Then the ember tornado spreads, and once it hits something, it burns.
Okay, so embers are, I believe, they are just tiny particles of fire that we see when.
Yes.
Okay, so when
Things
you
like
have
that.
that in the wind, it becomes like an ember tornado. So, I mean, so this fire spread to houses and then houses started burning. So why didn't they put out the fire?
This fire is very hard to contain, and plus, as we all know, there has been a leaked letter that shows that the budget that the fire department have upon maybe $7 billion, meaning that it is going to be very hard for them to train for prepare for fires like this. And plus the sun, when Santa Ana winds are moving and once they hit mountains, they accelerate, meaning that helicopters will not be able to fly. Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I get the point. So the budgetary allocations to the fire department had been reduced over time. So there were fewer firefighters, fewer trainings done.
Yes.
Yeah, and then even when the fire started, because of the winds, of course, if the winds are bad, you cannot fly in bad weather. So is there any other reason why the fires were difficult to put out?
The water in the hydrants run dry.
Okay.
Yeah, because like the place where they get the water from is downstream, so they need a lot of water pressure to pump the water up.
Okay.
So there was low water pressure, so they couldn't pump the water up.
Okay. So meaning that even when the firefighters came, many of them did not have water to put out the fires.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So so many houses were actually destroyed, and there were many houses that belonged to
Celebrities.
So why are there a lot of celebrities in LA?
You see, this is like LA is like a very rich, beautiful place for celebrities to build their homes. To me, it's like a capital of California.
Yeah.
So LA is a very beautiful city. So celebrities build their houses in LA.
Okay, that makes sense. There are many beaches in LA.
Yes.
So I don't get why, if there are beaches, how come there are fires when there are beaches? Is water not supposed to put out the fires?
It's because they pump out the water. When they work, the California officials pump out the waters from the land. They don't allow the river banks to flood. so they pushed it back to the ocean. So not the water that is supposed to take out the fire is not in the soil, making the soil very dry. So they can, and that is one human activity that causes these fires.
Oh, okay, okay, interesting. So, what are the other? Are there some other human activities that could have caused the fire? Because they said, some people said it might have been someone who just went out and started the fire purposely.
No. It can't be someone, because even if it was someone, how would you explain some so the person who start the fire, and the fire starts in 5 places simultaneously?
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So fires, and actually, I think the satellites actually caught when some of those fires started. So probably some electricity lines and so on. Okay, so but is there anything that could actually have been done to prevent these fires, or to make sure that they are not this bad?
Maybe we could have maybe they should have stopped. They should have allowed the river banks to flood a little, so that the soil would have a little more water than it has. And maybe if we create more advanced technology, we can get when these things type of things are about to happen, and quickly tackle it.
Okay, so and of course the budgetary allocations for the firefighting departments would be increased.
Yes.
Yeah. So do we have wildfires in Nigeria?
Not really. We don't have.
Yeah. Well, I see people burning stuff around, and they burn large areas of land. But I think the issue here is just those factors that you stated that made it worse, and that made it a disaster. You know, if if fire burns a large forest, you just say there was a wildfire, but the fact that it has burnt many houses, it is what has made it to be called
A disaster.
So, all right. So you can summarize, and that will be the end of.
So you guys, this is going to be the end of the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like. So see you next time. Peace out.